Hey girl, it is me, Miska Dover, and welcome back to my channel. I'm back with another video that I recorded in the car. If you watched the video before this one, you know that I recorded 2 videos in my car, but the sound was not working, so I'm re-recording this one as well. And I was inspired to make a series about online dating, how to online date with purpose. Because as a Christian, everything we do should have purpose. It should not be just out here. We shouldn't be out here winging it. We should be, taking direction from God and, in step with him. And, we don't wing it. We try to operate it in purpose. And so, because we try to operate in purpose and we are in this world, but trying not to be of this world, online dating is a thing. And while, I have horror stories about online dating, I know that there are other individuals who don't, and they have, great stories about online dating and are married and in, faith-filled relationships. And it's an amazing thing. So because there is a resource and there are individuals who utilize it, I figured, or I was inspired to make a series about how to online date with purpose and touch on all the things that I feel like should be, that will help you. Yeah, that will help you in being intentional while online dating and not just, like I said, winging it. And, I online dated for a long 5 years. And the reason why I started online dating was because I moved to a different state and I did not know anybody. Again, y'all know my story. If you haven't watched my testimony, you should. It's like one of the first videos that I posted. But yeah, I had never dated anybody until I was like 26 years old. I moved to a different state when I was 20 years old. Started feeling that loneliness from never having a relationship and being in a new town, new city, new state. And was like, let me just hop online. Everybody else online. Let me just see what's going on online because I need some affection, some companionship, not to be confused with sex. I did not want sex from anybody. I wanted companionship. I just wanted that, community, that, the love, affection from the opposite sex. I did not want sex because at the age of 15, I made the decision to abstain from sex until marriage. So yeah, I just want to make that clear. Affection, companionship, not sex. So yeah, my why was not really, it didn't have anything to do with God. And when I say why, that's my first point for this series, how to online date with purpose. And subtitle, why are you doing it? Why are you doing it? And so my why, like I just said, was rooted in loneliness and my own emotions. Like I did not receive an okay from God. It was a decision that I made from within. It came from within. And because I, didn't want to feel the things that I was feeling, the loneliness that I was feeling, the boredom that I was feeling. And I was trying to be outside with somebody's son and, being wined and dined and catered to in a way that I had never been before. And so, I truly believe that the long 5-year online dating horror stories that I have is because of that very reason. I was moving according to my own feelings and emotions instead of being led by God. And I feel like a lot of us do it. We get these little feelings that pop up within us for love, for you know, sex, for affection, for whatever the feeling may be, and we try to handle it ourselves instead of taking it to God. And the scripture that's coming to my mind is, there is sin that leads to death, and then there's also sin that doesn't lead to death. And while online dating, you know, there's nothing about it in the Bible, so if we know that it's not a sin, but we also know that, you know, just because it is a thing, or, you know, just because it's a resource, it does not mean that it is permissible for each and every one of us. Yeah, we have to get with God to see what's permissible for, what may be permissible for me may not be permissible for you, and vice versa. So we have to get with God, figure out, you know, hey God, is this something that I should be doing? Is this okay for me? Is this what you have for me in this season? Oh, what's going on with my voice? But yeah, I didn't do that, y'all. I didn't do that. And so I found myself disappointed. I found myself disappointed a lot. I found myself repeating the same dates and answering the same questions, and realizing I wasted my time after a couple of days for 5 years. 5 years, y'all. 5 years. It's crazy. Just for me to get tired of it after 5 years. Girl, really, after 5 years, you're going to get tired of it? Why not 1 year? But after 5 years, I got tired of it and was like, okay, God, I'm going to sit my butt down somewhere. Clearly, my way is not working, so let me just chill. And that was in 2016, like December 2016. And if you might be familiar with it, if you read the book, Confessions of a Serial Dater, available on my website. But yeah, December 2016, I made that vow. And so I was ready to go into the new year, not online dating, not dating, period. And just, you know, waiting for God whenever he felt like, you know, blessing me with a spouse, allowing him to do that. Now, although I didn't expect it, or I didn't have a date that I expected, I did not expect it to be the very next month of the very next year. And so I just think about all of those years that I wasted, and I could have been in community, and I was in community slightly, but being lonely was something that really it was something that really drove my decision making, and it really made me depressed, and, you know, all those things. And so it saddens me, because instead of clinging to God in that time and spending time with, you know, friends, and serving in my community, serving in my church, and things like that, I was so consumed by loneliness and online dating that I wasted all of that time. And when I decided to stop, just like that, God brung my husband along. So yeah, just thinking about all that time wasted, child, and wanting you to not waste that time, and to not allow loneliness to drive your decision making. Allow God to drive your decision making, and get with him and figure out why you are wanting to do this, and if it is okay to do this. And yeah, how to online date. The first thing that we should be evaluating is, why are we doing it? And as a Christian, do you have permission to do it? Is this a thing that is permissible for you? Yeah, so get ready for this series. I have I think maybe 9 more topics to cover in this series. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Leave a comment below, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and until next time.